Michael.
Expressing myself on social media through different characters is something that really brings satisfaction to me, and also it really makes me happy when I make other people happy.
Mimi nakuaga foodie full time. Hata mimi nakuanga foodie, napenda kula. Kitu nasema mimi ni foodie wa stima.
My name is Muchiri Michael. You can call me Muchiri Michael. I am a digital creator. I'm also a corporate MC and a panel moderator. I'm also a gospel musician who is currently working on an album, and I'm also a millennial on the move.
Bona unachukua remote wewe. Nataka kuwekea kitu. Usitoa hii kipidi. Hii kipidi na feel iko na amani. Usitoa hii kipidi. Mom, ini screensaver. Acha kirefa.
Basically what I do, I create content. I specialize in comedy. You will find me on all platforms. That includes Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, on every single platform, including Facebook. So normally what I do is I create content. I also collaborate with brands to market their products and services on social media. That's how I earn, you know. And then secondly, I'm also a corporate MC and a panel moderator. I have worked with UN as a delegate. I've also worked with a few more brands to moderate and host their events. And also I am a gospel musician. I released my first single in 2020. Yeah, it's called The Upper Room Experience. It's available in all digital music stores. I'm also currently working on an album. It's called Sounds of the Last Days. It will also be available in all digital music stores. Why digital creation? I would say it's not something that I sat down and thought through. I just started it randomly, and then it just picked up. I started getting audience and good viewership in 2018 because I began creating content in 2017. And then I found myself doing my content. So even expressing myself on social media through different characters is something that really brings satisfaction to me. And also, it really makes me happy when I make other people happy. It makes me happy when some other person tells me, oh my God, I love your content. It makes me laugh and all that kind of stuff.
Nani atapika leo? Wapi? Nauliza tu juu kama simu utapika leo. Ati nani atapika? Don't worry. Hello, you got there?
Oh. Flashback to my childhood. I was born in Mombasa, but raised in Nyeri. I was born in Maristops in Mombasa, and then my family moved to Nyeri. So I grew up and studied in Nyeri. I was also in high school in Nyeri. Even if I mention the high school, most of you won't even know it. I was also in primary school in Nyeri. In uni, I was in Daystar. I graduated last year. I'm also currently studying. I'm currently doing my master's. I'm in the process of starting my master's in global health policy and advocacy. I graduated last year. I was doing biomedical science. So I think I've skipped a bit. I was supposed to say what kind of a kid I am. I would say I was a very fidgety kind of kid. I wasn't the up and down kind of kid. But I remember I have always been expressive. I have always been a very expressive kid in terms of how I dress, how I talk to people, how I interact with people, with lots of people. One thing about me is that I wasn't a quiet kid. And at the same time, I wasn't a very loud, and I wasn't a loud kid. I was just moderately there. Even if I was given $1 million, $1 billion, I wouldn't go back to high school. But there was obviously enjoyable parts of high school that I really remember, and I hold very dear to my memories. And one of them was music festivals. I was a very active music festival member. I used to participate every year since I was in Form 1, even in Form 4. I was participating in clubs and music festivals. One thing about me though is that I was never interested in sports. I never participated in any sport. Even in PE lessons, I used to go in the fields to bask, to enjoy the sun. I was never a sports person up to date. After high school, I would say You know, I have a very strict dad. My dad, you know, is one of those parents who really value education. So after high school, I was enrolled in another course. It's something to do with, okay, let me just say, it's called partial optometry, and I can't even remember it. But I did that for a few months before I joined uni. But I remember after high school, I didn't know exactly what to do, but I wanted to do something to do with music, theater, arts, and all that kind of stuff. But I remember mentioning that to my dad, and he told me, "Oh my God, nilipe wende ukaimbe." Like, you know, I wanted to do music in uni, and then he was like, "No way, you're not doing music." And then I selected something else in uni, and I joined uni.
Wacha nikuja. Waboi wewe, msema kesho ni muogo. Hebu niambie leo, ni akina nani hao unapigiwa simu na naambiwa wanakupiga pabaja huko kwa wenyewe? Na usijaribu kunidanganya. Let me tell you, niko na spies. Wananipigia simu wananiambia unapigwa pabaja. Hebu niambie ni akina nani hao wanakupiga pabaja? Mama, hakuna mtu, nilikuwa na doja.
I started doing content when I was a freshman. When I was in my first year in uni. That was in 2017. I remember at that particular time, our school there was a go-slow, there were demonstrations. Guys who are in Daystar remember what happened in 2017. So during that time, so many people had gone home, and I was one of the few people who had remained in the hostels. And, you know, I was like, what should I do? There's nothing interesting on my laptop. I have my phone with me. And I randomly did my first video, and I posted it, and the reaction of my followers was really overwhelming, and I did not expect it to get as much attention as it got. So I guess that was the birth of me doing content. I posted it on Facebook, and it went mega viral. My first video, the video in question, was an African mom, a Kenyan mom to be specific, trying to pronounce the name WhatsApp. You know, my mom says WhatsApp, so I was like, you know, telling her to say the name WhatsApp, walking her step by step, say what, and then up, and then at the end she would say WhatsApp. So it went viral. I remember my first video, when I posted on Facebook, it got like more than 200k views, a few views on Instagram, but I was like, wow, this is not the attention I expected it to get.
Aki Mike, akinisaidia. Nimeshika Brayo tena akishit. This time nimeona text pale kwa WhatsApp. Aki pole. Aki nakwambia nikirudi kwa huyo shari uniite panya. Guy Mike, sasa nimekuwa nikishukua nataka kuniproposia.
Let me first of all say my parents are very supportive of what I do. They are very supportive. Even my dad gives me ideas. And he'll be, oh my God, sifanye video kuhusu hii, do a video concerning this, do a video about this and this and this and this. My mom is also very supportive. Though my mom says, when we have arguments, she uses that against me. But I would say that generally, my parents are very supportive of me doing content. I guess my dad discovered later that I do content because my dad is not an active social media user, unlike my mom, who is a very active Facebook user. And she used to see my content. At some point, I had contemplated blocking her, but she still used to see my videos, even in her friends' WhatsApp status. So I think they just accepted that that's what I do on social media, because they've never been negative about it. They've always been so positive. This is very rare, but I think all my siblings, we are all creatives. In one way or another, we are all creatives. I have a sister who is a singer. I have a brother who is a fashionista. And then I have another brother who is also very expressive creatively. But we are four. I'm a last born, which is pretty obvious because many creatives I hear. I don't know, I stand to be corrected. Many creatives are last borns. I'm a last born in a family of 4 children. Both my parents are in the picture, my mom and my dad. I'm the last born. We are 3 boys and 1 girl. My biggest achievement as a content creator, or I would say the highlight of my comic career, is winning an award, which I did recently. And if you want to know more about it, stick around.
Ndio natayarisha kahawa. Nimekuwa nikikohoa for the past few days. Ninashuku nimeshikwa ni 60 wave. Hata sikai kama niko na mtoto. Unajua nilikuwa mdogo Nilidanganywa ni kimutu.
Hey guys, welcome back. Here with me, Muchiri Mike, and this is Millennial on the Move. We talked about my biggest achievement, which I mentioned was winning an award, something that happened recently. Actually, a few weeks ago, I was nominated for an award, Best Influencer, Digital Media Awards. It happens every year, and I was nominated. The votings were done by most of my friends, my followers. I was nominated among some very big people, and for me to win was the highlight of my comic career, was the highlight of me doing content. It was definitely the highlight of my life, and as of currently, I would say it's my biggest achievement. And my other achievement is me being able to get out of my comfort zone and working on a project that I've wanted to work on for a long time, and that is an album, which I mentioned at the beginning of the show. It's called Sounds of the Last Days, and as I mentioned before, it will be an album that will be available on all digital music stores. All the captives now receive your freedom. Every chain will break, so will every bondage. Addictions disappear in the name of Jesus. The award obviously came with, good things. First of all, my red card, lazima ingechange, But then, secondly, I got opportunities to collaborate with brands, which I never thought I would work with, and one of them is Netflix. A few weeks ago, I worked with Netflix to push a certain show, and then I have also worked with a few more brands, a few corporate brands that I would say have really contributed to my portfolio being quite impressive. Yeah, so I would say that me doing content creation on social media has really has earned me advertising deals and endorsements with major brands. You should follow me on social media to know which brands I'm talking about.
Alafu nimeacha mama yangu kwa nyumba. Alikuja kunivisit. Imagine alikuwa anataka kuchemsha githeri na gas. Nimempatia jiko hapo nikamwambia kwangu sitakagi gaslighting.
The challenges and the lessons I have learned so far as a content creator and also as an individual. One thing I would advise every person who is looking to be a content creator or just a social media person in the future is don't compare yourself to anyone. Don't compare yourself to that content creator whom you look up to. Just take your time. And then secondly, invest in yourself, and other people will invest in you. Invest in your craft, invest in your skills, invest in yourself as a content creator, and just make sure you have everything together, and other people will invest in you. And then I would say that it's easy to do great things, not only as a content creator, but also even as a person holistically. It's easy to do great things when you believe in yourself. First of all, I would say that my parents have really shaped me into who I am today. My mom, my dad, and those are people whom I really look up to. And then content creators, I love Mamito. I love her so bad. She's one of the content creators whom I really look up to. Her consistency, her delivery, her content, every single thing about her is very fascinating to me. She's very impressive, and she's one of the content creators I love in Kenya. And special mention to guys like Flacco, who is my friend, Brenda Jones, people who have been very supportive of me, even when I took a break. Content creators who are ahead of me and very supportive, and who are also good at their content and what they do. Yeah, those are people I love in the content creation industry. In terms of music, I have my favorite artist and one of the biggest role models I have. Her name is Naomi Rain. She's part of Maverick City. And I love her so much. I love her. I would say she inspires me when it comes to music and gospel music.
Oh my God. Na unaniona gavara sana. Nimeangalia WhatsApp yako na inaniambia last seen 1 minute ago. Na uko hapa unajifanya umelala. Hebu amka, nataka unisaidie kinaki.
As I said before, I started doing content in 2017 and then 2018. And then in 2019, I took a whole year break. I disappeared from social media. I did not post anything on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on any platforms. I just disappeared. First of all, the break wasn't intentional because so many things were happening at that time in my life. And then let me just say, I had I had an encounter, and then my equipment, you know, everything that I had bought, my phone, my camera, my lights, everything, it was stolen. And then I was like, let me just sit back and then recover, and then, resume doing content. And then as time progressed, even as I got a new phone, and even I was able to buy a camera later on, but then I realized that it was a break that I needed. Because, remember I was in uni, my grades were in the gutter. I mentioned before that I did not say it, I was doing biomedical science. I graduated last year, I was in Daystar Uni, and my major was kind of serious. It needed a lot of my time, a lot of my effort, a lot of my energy, and so did content. So at some point, I gave one of them more time, more effort, and more energy than the other. And I realized that I had really neglected my studies, and I had to do something serious about it. So in the midst of all that, I decided to take a break, concentrate on other aspects of my life, and I resumed doing content in 2020. So for upcoming content creators, if you're out there, you are aspiring to be a content creator, or you want to do something on social media, you want to get known, you want to be out there, first of all, the main key, this is something I strongly believe in, that consistency. No matter how good your content is, consistency will keep you relevant. Consistency will keep you relevant on every single platforms. People want to see you consistently. So keep creating content, keep producing, and keep being out there. That's how you remain relevant. Yeah, consistency and discipline. And remember, don't compare yourself to anyone. Your journey will not be the same as another person's journey. So stick to your journey and do what you do, and do it in a good way.
Wewe ni wapi unaenda? Ni wapi unaenda? Where are you going? Ni wapi unaenda? Kana unakimbia huku ni kama ni highway. Hata rent haulipi. Kumbe uko na mwenzako hapa. Mnaenda wapi? Nitawaua nyote. Sitalea watu huku mimi. Ai, mam, ni nini natukosiwa wawili pekee? Sini hizi mede. Zimejaa huku. Me, I'm telling you, this is not normal.
First of all, as a content creator, and I know I speak and I say this on behalf of so many content creators, we are constantly looking for content. Even when we are out, when we're in the house, when we're on our phones, we are constantly looking for content. And I would say that's the same thing with me. I would be with a friend of mine in a restaurant, and he or she would say something, and I would be like, oh, yeah, that would be a good piece of content. And then I would probably be at my shags with my family, and someone would say or do something, and I would be like, oh my God, let me just write this somewhere, because this would be a great idea for content. But also my mom, because most people know me for the Mama Michael's kids, for the African Mom's Kids. First of all, my mom is African, she's Kenyan to be specific. So to some extent, she is the character I portray on social media. So I would say she also inspires me to do what I do on social media. As a content creator, in the next 5 years, or not even 5, in the foreseeable future, I want to see myself in the global creative space, not only in Kenya, not only in the African creative space, but in the global space. I want to really, especially when I think there are platforms like TikTok that have really, that have really put African creators and Kenyan creators out there, and that have really proved that it's possible to be African, it's possible to be Kenyan, and to be known in a global perspective. And I would say in the foreseeable future, I want to see myself as a creative in the global space. As a musician, I also want to see myself as well in the global space when it comes to music, and the same as a person. I find it really interesting. I am an enthusiast when it comes to things like policy making, administration, and specifically in matters to do with health. That's why I'm in the process of doing a master's in global health policy. I also did an undergrad, which was health related. It's called biomedical science. One thing people don't know about me, people think I'm a full extrovert. I wouldn't say I'm an introvert. I wouldn't say I'm an extrovert, but I am very poor at interacting when I'm in new environments. So I might be an ambivert, and most people assume I am an extrovert. Also, so many people from my content assume I am really tall. I am 6. This is a thing I get so many times. When I meet someone who knows me all from my social media, the first thing they tell me, oh my God, you're this short. I am this tall. I'm 5'7", and yes, I am not 6. Yep. Okay, is it sustainable to be a content creator when you probably have a 9 to 5 or an 8 to 5? I I did not say this, but let me just say it. I am a full-time creator. Content creation pays my bills. It means it pays my bills. Every bill, it pays my rent. Hakuna parents msikae hapo mseme, unajua there are people probably will be saying, oh my God, he's lying, his mom, his dad is coming through. No, content creation pays my bills. So yeah, it is sustainable. It is sustainable. As I said before, invest in your craft and other people will invest in you. How do I maintain a stable mental health? I would say sometimes my mental health can be down there, it can be in the gutter. But yeah, but what really keeps me sane or keeps me going, first of all, is obviously God, you know. And then secondly, I have a good circle. I have a strong supportive system. My family, my friends especially. I have very good friends. Yeah, and doing fun activities. You know, sometimes just get out of my house, take a walk, go for swimming, hang with my friends, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God.
All the captives are now receive your freedom. Every chain will break, so will every bondage. Addictions disappear in the name of Jesus. Your time is up. Your time is up. That's my song. It's called Good News featuring Sheila Juma in my upcoming album. This is Millennial on the Move.